Let's move on from a very important topic to the most important meal of the day, breakfast.
Yes, a buttery spread. Melt upon my crumpety head.
Please, jam and cream cheese.
Crumbly feta, how about honey?
An egg?
That sounds yummy.
Peanut butter, 2 bananas.
Give me butter.
Avocado. Make every bite golden.
If your crumpet is singing, I think your topping of choice is acid. But what better way to start the day than a not quite ripe avocado on an already stale crumpet? The only worst topping suggestion would be this.
It's like a CLR problem to me.
Nata, does this crumpet yuck your yumpet?
I think anyone with trichophobia finds this quite disgusting. And everyone else, I'm not sure they find it yum either. This is going to sound really obvious, but this is all about the holes. I think you see holes in 90% of that 30-second spot. It's holes, 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 holes. And the reason they're doing that is...
Are you doing this on purpose to bait me? Like, how am I meant to leave this alone? Could you stop saying holes all the time?
The holes are the only thing, they're the USP of this product, so the unique selling point. The holes are the only thing that functionally differentiate a crumpet from other breakfast carbs. So they've gone full tilt into this. I think arguably it's ownable for them, so they've gone, you know, they're whacking us over the head with the holes, reminding us of that sensorial texture and experience of uniquely crumpets. So this is a remind and reappraise attempt. I don't think it's doing enough for them though. The reality is crumpets are not very cool right now. I think we're starting to see these big over-the-top breakfast trends of the last few years. Food porn is such a big part of our lives and these crazy trends are so big. And it's such a misstep that these holes are singing these new combinations, these savoury, sweet, different things to do. They're singing about it, they're not showing us it. And so that's a real misstep, that's a mistake on their behalf because food is so visual, it's so visceral. We're expecting that food porn, that yolk splitting, whatever it is. So overall, I think it's reminding us what a crumpet is, holes, 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 and not much else.
You know,
Just before we move on, I just need to get this out of my system. Surely, if it's food porn, the holes would be handy.
You have a point.
There's a bit of a rule, you know, let's say an advertising rule, that you shouldn't really turn your food into a human because people don't want to eat it, right? When you're making food ads, don't do that. But I sort of forgive them for this thing because in the end, it is about trying to get you, it's about usage occasions. It's about saying you can have an avocado, you can have X, you can have Y, you can have Z. It's sort of reminding you that this is a base for more than just honey. So I actually think this is going to work. And clearly they're investing quite heavily in it because A, they've made a TV commercial, but also if you go to any supermarket now, they're at the end of the aisle. So obviously winter is now upon us. They're making a big effort and I suspect it will work.
So the weird thing about crumpets is, fun fact, this year crumpet sales in the UK have gone up. They're higher than ever before. Crumpets are from the UK. Australia and New Zealand are the only countries that really eat them. And with food trends that we experience are often can trickle down from fine dining restaurants traditionally. The past 10 years, fine dining restaurants have started to bring crumpets back. So you can call it like nostalgia, which is when often typically seen in desserts, where we take something old and nostalgic, we reinvent it with contemporary ingredients. So they're serving crumpets with crab, with roe, with truffle butter, and they're doing it in really exciting ways. And what happens is...
Russell thinks that is a fun fact.
It's delicious. It is delicious, right?
You're like, oh, yeah, all right.
I would eat that.
But before we go, Gruen would like to offer some more realistic Airbnb travel experiences.
New from Airbnb, realistic travel experiences. Survive a screaming baby on an international flight. Ride a Vespa. Crash that Vespa. Block out the sound of backpackers having sex in the bunk above you. Dodge White Fox influencers taking photos of the sunset. Lose a passport. Find a tapeworm. Accidentally kill someone. Freak out. Dump the body. Lie to Interpol. Learn how to say alibi in Dutch. Grow a pencil-thin moustache and change your name to Fernando. Never come home. Airbnb, an experience you'll never forget, no matter how hard you try.